my lovelies. So happy New Year's Eve, and I want to jump on here and tell you that for your New Year's Eve, not a resolution, you need to let go of anything in 2025 that caused you pain and hurt and discomfort and that you wanted to change from. Shed it from your life before midnight. Just decide to yourself, that is not going with me into 2026. Now, why is this important? This is important because if we are going to transition into a new year, everybody has this idea of like making New Year's resolutions and things like that. But I don't think it's even that complicated. I think what we need to do is we need to decide that these are the things that are no longer for me, and we need to just be done with them before we start our journey into a new year, into whatever our resolutions were, whatever it is that we want to see ourselves become in 2026. Today is the day. Be done with it. Just be done. Be like, okay, that used to be the case, but it's not anymore, and I'm done. That's my intention for 2026, is I have decided what in my life no longer serves me, and I need to be done with it. And I need to clean up areas of my life where I have messiness. And my messiness is as follows. I am a collector. I wouldn't say I'm a hoarder, but I would be if I continued to function this way. And the reason that I say that is because I have a whole room in my house where I keep totes that are full of things that I haven't used in over 2 years because I moved more than 2 years ago into the house that I'm in now. And I haven't used any of this stuff. So at what point do those things become then overflow of even more things? Because also in my kitchen, like, it's just me, but even if I had my family over, I have more than enough dishes to cook, to serve, to then make something else. Like, I could go 3 days with my large family. That is excessive. I have too much shit. So, I'm going to be cleaning up clutter. That's where my messiness is. The other thing that I want to do going into 2026 is get more comfortable getting myself out there and being in social situations, because I am allowing my fear of groups and crowds and strangers and all of those things, I'm allowing that to determine whether or not I get out there. And you never meet people if you don't get out. And the thing about it is, even on an app, so let's say I get on an app and somebody calls me, and that's all good and fine, but without a little bit of consistency, until I have trust, I won't chase. I'll reply. I'll even be the first one to reach out. But when 2 or 3 days goes by and I feel like I'm initiating and it's kind of getting a little cold, then I'm done. Like, I just don't have it in me anymore to be stalking somebody. And when I start feeling like, okay, this is a little stalkery, then I pull back. I'm too old to put, one, that much energy into anybody. Like, I don't even put it into myself. But two, it's such set you up to be on an emotional roller coaster. And I don't have the emotional strength anymore to be on a roller coaster. Roller coasters in real life make me sick. I can't do it from an emotional standpoint too. My young life was emotionally terrifying at best. And I cannot put myself in a position where I feel that fragile again. Not ever. And the reason being is I decided when I left home at 15 that never again would I be always scared of what I could find or what I was walking into. Did I make the best relationship decisions of my life once I left the only thing that I knew emotionally, which was terrifying? No, I didn't. I didn't make the best decisions, but I was also okay. I was all right. I was never unsafe, except perhaps emotionally to some degree. And the reason that I say that is because I was not healed, so I would not have been emotionally safe with anybody, but I did choose people that to some degree also had their own things that were right under the surface that affected them emotionally too. So basically I had no one that was my support. I had no foundation and I had no support. So the first time I got married I was not quite 19, and nobody that's that young, and the person that I married was that young as well, nobody that's that young is emotionally equipped to hold up someone else who is hurting and damaged. And then when they have their own issues that they have to work through into adulthood, it makes it incredibly difficult for those things to work. But anyway, off of that, my goal is to start doing something for myself and start doing some social interacting. I will not, no matter how far along I come, will not ever chase. I want my person, and I want it to happen organically, and I don't want it to feel forced. But I do have my goals for 2026, and I'm going to go a long way this year because I have met a lot of my I've met career goals, and I've met some personal goals. So 2026 for me is growth. Emotionally, my tendency to hang on to things that I don't necessarily want, need, or use in my life, and then also to purge things, because I am to a point where I realize that things do not make me happy. Things aren't necessary for success or survival or happiness. So the things can go. All right, my lovelies, I will put this up and wish you the happiest of a happy new year, because some of you will go out, some of you will stay home, some of you will spend time with family. I miss the New Year's Eves that we used to have when my kids were home, because I would have them invite over all their friends, and I would make all the little hors d'oeuvre appetizing things, because kids love small food, right? And a huge combination of it. And then I would just know that everybody was home and everybody was safe, and that the New Year's shenanigans would not get them. I miss that though, because then they were home with me, and there's some degree of happiness that you get from even something that you don't celebrate, like New Year's Eve, having all your people there, right? Anyway, love you guys, and I will talk to you next year.